Hi, and welcome to Chef Maxwell's Kitchen. Every time we're in the kitchen, we play with good Virginia food, and today is no exception. We've got asparagus and we've got beets, and it's a beautiful combination. And I've got these beets. I've already cooked these beets, and the recipe will show you how. There are a couple of different ways to do it. You can boil the beets, or you can roast the beets, particularly are roasted. We can leave the skins on. Whichever technique you use, leave the skins on, because there'll be a whole lot more vibrant in their color, right? And the skin just pulls off when you leave the skins on. These are cooked perfectly. Right? I'm just going to scrape off the skin that's there. Right? There's one. You see, this is messy, right? So we've got to pull the skin off. And we're going to also be using asparagus. Now, asparagus needs to be cooked also. And what I'm doing with these, I'm going to show you here. I've got full-length asparagus. I've cut them to length, right? And then I've peeled them. I've taken the skin off of them. I've got some water over here. I'm going to drop these down into the water for a couple of seconds. And while they cook, they're going to soften up. And I peeled them so that the stems would cook at the same rate as the tips. Tips are very delicate. Stems are very tough and fibrous, so I peeled them so that they would cook at the same time. So these are cooking. Doesn't take long, only takes a couple of minutes at these. Now I'm going to take and build a dressing for this in this bowl. I'm going to take some balsamic vinegar, some salt and some pepper. I love the smell of that. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. Now you can season this up any way you want. I'm going to throw a little garlic in it. But you could use herbs or just the vinegar and the oil. And I'm going to stir that. Now I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil. EVO we call it. I just add that. A good vinaigrette is supposed to have 5 parts of oil to 1 part of vinegar. Right? Nowadays, we want to cut back on some of that fat, so I'd say about 3 to 1 is a good ratio nowadays. I'm going to take some of this lettuce. As soon as I dice these beets up, we'll assemble our salad. Cut these off. I'm going to cut some thick wedges. And cut them into like a dice. I'm going to take my cooked asparagus. And you see how bright the color is here. Just by putting them in the water for a little length of time, and see how beautiful that light green goes to dark green there. That's perfect. I'm going to put these in here so that they're kind of sticking out a little bit, just for the visuals of it. Now I'm going to take the dressing and add some greens. Turn this off. And some beets. Now at this point, we want to add some cheese. And there are different kinds of cheeses that are good. I'm going to use a hard cheese. This is a Romano. You can use Parmesan. But another good cheese to use is goat cheese. It goes real well with beets. So I'm going to shred a little bit of this in here. Toss that up. In that goes. Make sure we got plenty of beet in the salad. Get it settled to the bottom a little bit. This out of the way. And I'm going to grate some cheese over the top of that. There you go, a beautiful beet and asparagus salad. Just wonderful flavors, just popping off that plate. We'll see you next time when we have a chance to play with some more great Virginia food. Remember, here at Chef Maxwell's, we always play with our food, but it's better if the food is safe, fresh, and locally grown. For more delicious recipes using Virginia-grown fruits and vegetables, contact Lisa Lloyd at the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services at 102 Governor Street, Richmond, Virginia, 23219.
Chef Maxwell's recipes are listed on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.